Okay, I know this was a simplistic idea for this stage, but they never actually brought back the Metal Mario stage for a boss fight. I mean, yeah, in Adventure Mode you can still fight metal people, but you don't actually get to fight on the original Super Smash Bros. Metal Mario stage. They never actually, allowed players to come back to that stage, which was pretty disappointing because it was actually pretty epic for a close quarters fight. Yeah, and that's another thing about Super Smash Brawl. They put emulated like classic games on disc, but you can't play the full versions of them. But they could at least put the original Super Smash Bros. A full version of that for players to play. That would have been pretty damn cool. But they did. You have to friggin' download that, though. But you can't do that nowadays. They took the Nintendo service down. They took it down way too damn early. Xbox and I don't know if Sony still has their old console services, but Nintendo really should not have did that. I was just making up my freaking career in the online games. Super pro. I lost my mojo though, but I was really getting good at it. I mean, I haven't had as intense battles in any other game besides this one. Some of the best fights in video game history, in my opinion, happen in this very game that you just can't get in any other online battle game. It might not be perfect, but boys, there are a lot of opportunity in this freaking game to have a heck of a battle. Okay, so I made this stage in particular just because I thought it would, be funny to have the battle on top of basically what I was trying to make, like, demon hands. I mean, obviously the computer doesn't know what the heck he's doing, but it could have been pretty cool to fight other players on, just because of the sheer danger level. It's mostly a novelty-based level. But I try to set up to be as fair as I can. Obviously, it's not that fair at all, but it's a pretty cool looking level. The inspiration comes from the F-Zero music. They have a lot of cool F-Zero music in this game. I did watch the F-Zero anime, but there was only one episode that was subtitles on YouTube. It's actually a pretty cool video game series next to the Sonic the Hedgehog. That's as dark as Nintendo will get with their animated, series. It's definitely worth checking out. Even if you don't understand what they're saying, you could probably understand what's going on simply from their facial expressions. That's how I did. It seems to work just fine. They are simplistic characters, a sort of complicated overlay. Okay, as the title suggests, this map is named Cowboy Bebop. I try to make this map, feel like the intensity of the Cowboy Bebop action scenes. It's probably inspired by the train scene, but who knows? Its simplistic design allows for like high-paced combat. Then I really every map I could think of to make, I tried to make. It doesn't have to exist, you just have to make it. Basically, you can make a map simply by listening to certain music long enough. If you think about it. This map is inspired by that. Cowboy Bebop is definitely one of my favorite old school animes. I used to watch the hell out of that. Hold on. Okay, so I just made this map, you know, to look like a Japanese themed battle arena. As, you know, that's why it's called Japan Garden. I pretty much just chose Dark Link because I thought, you know, the whole Link Marth approach needed something on the sort of monster side, I guess. With Link's fighting style, I always try to like show people up with using Link and strictly speaking with the sword. That and if I ever get the chance, I want to, you know, write some fan stories with the whole Shadow Link thing. And no, I still haven't fucking played enough of the Fire Emblem games. Anybody in the comments down below, if you guys can think of a villain from Fire Emblem that would be a good match for Ganondorf in a war situation, with like Zelda and Link can work together to defeat, please put comments below. That would be helpful. Okay. I played a lot of the Legend of Zelda games, but I haven't really played any of the new ones. Basically, the last one I played was Twilight Princess. I'm always trying to take fucking revenge on the fucking Marv Roy or anybody with a counterattack. It's a little game I made up whenever I play with people. Okay, well this map is simply named DBZ for obvious reasons. It's trying to be like Dragon Ball Z. So I just put Sonic versus Lucario for this match. I was trying to find the characters that match the whole Dragon Ball Z theme, and these were the two best characters I could think of that exist in this game. Sonic because Super Sonic, and Lucario because obviously in the movie he was fucking voiced by Goku and had energy blasts. Although I'm still a Mewtwo guy, I don't actually care much for Lucario. I still am a Mewtwo guy in that sense. This map literally has no inspiration other than to try to feel like a Dragon Ball Z fighting arena. Sonic's not a bad character, but it's really hard to finish certain people off with him. I find that trying to finish certain people off using Sonic's actually harder than if you're Fox or Captain Falcon. Lucario, I fought some serious Lucario people online. Although he looks like a weak character, some pro Lucario people can really give you a really fucking rough time, that's for sure. I think he's one of those counter people. You don't notice as much as the other counter people, but he definitely has a counter move. You gotta fucking watch your ass on that move. And no, I'm not that good of Sonic as a character. I can't play of him that well. I just, you know. Now this place is called Turok Temple. Well, because it's inspired by Turok the Dinosaur Hunter. It's actually a very intense battle map with its simplicity. You just gotta watch out for no ledges on this fucking map. But I try to make it as temple, totem, Seekum temple like, jungle like as possible for the feel of the map. Yeah, Turok the Dinosaur Hunter is probably one of my favorite comic book characters of all time. I was sure I was inspired by the game first, but one I actually did read a couple of Turok comic books, and I could tell you the blood and gore of the comic books is freaking insanely realistic. So you definitely gotta check out the comic book series for Turok the Dinosaur Hunter whenever you guys get the chance. It's pretty awesome. There's a lot of mysterious lore in his universe. I like it when magic and science mix up like that. It means there's less rules to play by, so they can throw more enemies at you. Although I will say this, I've never actually legitly beat Turok 1 or 2 because I couldn't find all the freaking puzzle pieces, and after a point you run out of bullets. It's a problem. My god, I can't even fathom how you're supposed to legitimately, you know, beat the voodoo guy at the end of the game, or even the T-Rex, but mostly the voodoo guy is the final boss in Turok, the first game. The second game is more forgiving, but what throws you off is once again trying to find those puzzle pieces. The darkness contrast in the second game, it's much harder to spot where you're supposed to be. But they're both great games. And every time Oblivion comes up, I always think of the final boss in Turok 2.